Hello, welcome, lovely people. It is I, the Crypto Otaku, coming to you again from the power of the internet and the future of Web3. Yeah, I'm running behind today. Had to stay late at my job. McDonald's is just getting backed up, you know. Prices are going up. Prices are going up all over the world. So let's dive in and cover what's going on today. A lot of stuff in the news, a lot of stuff people aren't really covering, and I want to dive right into that as well. Hope you're having a great day, and let's get to it. So, Bitcoin Chon's fasting, man. She still didn't get to eat yesterday. She got to eat a little bit. She had a little bit of a nibble this afternoon. But yeah, didn't get very far after that. We're kind of coming up and recovering from yesterday, and today's a little bit of a just a recovery day, so it's fine. We're gonna see all-time highs even further up here in the future. I do think it's gonna take us a little bit more to get out of 69,000, just because it was our previous all-time high. So we will get through it one day at a time, and there's nothing to really be down or bearish about, right? I mean, we're at the all-time highs, the peak, and if this would have happened in a normal cycle without the institutions, without smart money, without Wall Street, without all of the current cycle, the previous cycle patterns, this would be a different story. We would take weeks to consolidate like we had done, and even in the past in the the bear market, it took us weeks, sometimes months to get. It's ridiculous to go back. Every time I look at this, I just laugh how far we've come. Because yeah, it really took us so long to consolidate at a time like this in the past. I mean, we're talking about. Look at this. It makes it look so insignificant now, but we were down here for 2.5 years. All right, it's a long, dark time, the darkest times of the hodl, and somehow I did it, and a lot of you did too. So give yourself a pat on the back, because we are here. We're finally back at all-time highs, and it only took three years. 3 years. Oh man. Yes, so good things are ahead for Bitcoin. The other coins too, we kind of covered that yesterday, how everything was just kind of in the same pattern, the same movement. Look at some of these coins though. Oh my god. We go back and look at the previous all-time highs and the pattern. It's pretty much verbatim. We're looking at a crazy bull run, man. A crazy bull run. All coins haven't even started running yet. And yeah, good times are right around the corner. Anyway, big thing in the news today. NCYB, NYCB, New York Community Bancorp. We've been covering this now for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. It's back in the news again today, where we had the it was actually dumping while the Fed was in Congress, when Federal Jerome Powell of the Federal Reserve was being interviewed by Congress, and basically the state of our economy, and yeah, this was dumping again, and it was down like 45%. 45% on the day during the 3-hour long meeting. It was a long haul. I tell you, this was not as an eventful interview with Jerome Powell as we've seen in the past. I really wish that we would have got more out of it, to be honest, but it kind of feels like we're just killing time. America's just killing time. So if you didn't catch any of that, don't worry, you didn't miss out. I kind of felt bad listening to it all day. Yeah, it was lackluster. Very lackluster. Yeah. So, looks like apparently the Dow Jones rallied around it. Interesting. Bitcoin, I saw Bitcoin surge to 87 during the meeting we had. So, that happened today. Alrighty. And more to come. I think the only meaningful thing that was said was, again, raising concerns. There was an article that came out today, in the middle, again, in the beginning of the morning, right before the meeting, saying that 500 more banks could, also see trouble. See if I can find it. I think it was this one here. Top real estate CEO warns 500 or more banks will either fail or become consolidated over the next 2 years. 500 banks. Nuts. Absolutely insane. The bank crisis continues. What else is new, right? Well, that's why we have Bitcoin. Because we can, we'll be our own bank. Be our own bank. And the rest of the world, as I covered yesterday with Bukele, and other countries are waking up to the fall and demise of the dollar. We've seen better times in this country. We have. Alrighty. Crypto bubbles. Absolutely insane on the month, on the day, on the hour. We're coming down a little bit. But we're pretty much just been rallying all coins all around the clock. Bitcoin, again, everyone's just kind of... This is finally reminding me, it's taken so long, of a proper altcoin run. Bitcoin comes up, and then consolidates, drops. Usually it drops, and then the altcoins will have their... Everything will rush to the altcoins as Bitcoin is consolidating back, and then, the flow is back into Bitcoin. I was kind of worried this wasn't going to happen for even longer. Like, this is ridiculous. We've had 2 months of just up for Bitcoin. And yeah, now we're finally seeing some of these run. I mean, look at this. Render's up 50% on the day. That's freaking insane. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I did see some of this today. Fetch as well. Fetch AI is up 50% on the day. I'm hearing a lot of news around Fetch and their partnership with NVIDIA on what they're going to be doing, using the equipment for. Awesome in the space. Near's up 40% today too. Man, if you got some blue chip altcoins, man, they are pumping today. AI is really moving. Those Filecoin's even up 13%. I think even XRP had a 6% on the day too. Maybe it came back down a little bit. What was really interesting to see is Pepe's up 120%. Sheeb is up 180%. Floki's up 130%. Corgi AI is up 70% on the week. I mean, this is nuts. And Corgi AI, you could say it's kind of a little bit of a meme coin, but it's, created as kind of a, I like to refer to it as an AI think tank. Bonk's up 50% on the week. Yeah, meme coins are just exploding. Doge is up 40. Crazy. And on the month, I mean, Pepe's up 600%. Oh. What? Watch out on that. Man, I did not notice Fetch was up there too. Again, I prefer utility. I do have a bag of Fetch, but of course, compared to some of these meme coins in the last month, it's hard to ignore. It's hard to ignore. And I don't see my my baby Jazzy coin here on the month, which makes me feel like it just got knocked back down again in the placement. Let's kind of confirm real quick where Jasmine's at. It is give me the number. I'll just kind of scroll through and find it. My guess is probably like 101 or 105 or something. 98. Huh, that's weird. It didn't show up on Crypto Bubbles, at least I didn't notice it. I know it's been up a lot on the month. It might have got knocked down here briefly. Let's take a look. Yeah, 300% on the year. 300% on the month. and we are not even on the chart on the weekly. We haven't really moved too much. We're kind of moving back down. We did touch about 3 cents last week. We'll see where we get to this week. But again, Japan is in a recession, and I wonder how much money I think is throwing at the market in Japan. Alrighty, so in other news, I'm not sure if anyone's heard about it yet. The old wallet, selling off. It was like 10. Was it just like 1,000 Bitcoin or 10,000 Bitcoin? I saw it pop up on my my news feed this morning. Not too many people are talking about it. If I can find the actual. Huh. Yeah, it's weird. I don't even see it here on Cointelegraph. What about Bitcoin News? Bitcoin Magazine. It's funny because I originally seen the article pop up on Coinbase, believe it or not. I'm just gonna see if I can find it still listed there. It might have been also. One second. Someone is at the front door. They're gonna have to wait. Yeah, I don't see it there. Let's take a look on here. Find out exactly where I seen it. Yeah, originally I seen it on. Yeah, it's been a crazy day. And we have another, I think we have CPI coming in this week as well. You never find it when you want. Oh yeah, this is also a good one I wanted to cover too. While I'm looking for the old money, the old Bitcoin sell-off. Bitcoin ETFs could be added to state retirement portfolios in Arizona. Man, that's gonna becoming a new hotspot for retirement. You know, here in the States, Arizona has now gotten a huge flood of people. You know, looking to retire, and it's a nice state. I've been there. I thought about moving there myself. And what better reason to now than having a state fund retire you, help your retirement with Bitcoin. So, a bill before the Arizona state would encourage the state's portfolio to portfolio retirement plans for government workers to include Bitcoin ETFs. Adoption of the digital asset is proposed in Senate Concurrent Resolution 1016, introduced by State Senator Jake Hoffman and Warren Peterson, along with Republican Joseph Chaplik. Man, my dog's going crazy downstairs. The non-binding resolution highlights the explosive market interest in Bitcoin and Bitcoin ETFs. Following the approval of 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs in January, noting that the top of cryptocurrency has on the market of over 1.3 trillion, and the global assets under management for firms that have filed for Bitcoin ETF, they add up to what? More than 16 trillion. What? What? 16 trillion? I don't even know what I'm reading right now. What? Noting that the top current cryptocurrency has a market cap of 1.3 trillion, and the global assets under management for the firms have the global assets, yeah, for all asset managers. BlackRock's 10 trillion of that. So out of the 9, right, $16 trillion under asset management. The state has pension plans that already include other high value assets like gold and silver in the form of ETFs and the resolution states. Man, my dog is just going crazy down there. I might have to take a break. Yeah, In evaluating Bitcoin and digital assets, ETFs, and backers of the resolution urge the state retirement system to look at the feasibility, risks, and benefits of the digital assets investments. Ask for recommendations to be submitted to key state officials. Yada yada yada. Papiano says, look at that. We can't change what has already happened, and we look for what we have to look forward to. There may be people who will argue that pension funds shouldn't buy Bitcoin today because the returns have already been captured. I disagree with that thought process. I do too. We just started this. This is just only the beginning. We touched the tip of the iceberg. Bitcoin has got a long way to go. A long way to go. And even if we have a huge pullback, we go back to the 50,000 levels, which I don't think will really happen. The ETFs would really have to sell off, and we're talking about retirement assets at that point selling off. That's premature. You're talking about a huge taxable event for major institutions. It's crazy. So I think this is very bullish, insane. We're already at state adoption level. Let that just sink in a little bit. I mean, consumers still haven't really woken up. Retail still hasn't woken up. To my expectation, this time is totally different, because now we were front running the institutions last year. Now the institutions are front running retail, because all the retail has missed out this year on the pump and rise of this asset during the ETF launch. And that's just what I noticed. It's sad, but it is true. Alrighty. So DXY is still at 103.28. Going down. Dollar's going down. Crypto Fear and Greed is at 82. It's freaking higher than it was yesterday. It's about 10 points higher than yesterday. And the stock market, Crypto Fear and Greed is 74. Bullish. That's all I gotta say. Bullish. Again, if you are not paying attention to these markets right now, you're missing out. You're missing out, and it's just only starting. Alrighty. So we got 44 days, 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 30 seconds until the 420 plays it. Bitcoin halving. It's coming. It's right around the corner. We'll be there before you know it. And we'll be at a bigger price at that point as well. And look at it. We already hit all-time highs. Like just over a month and a half before the halving. People were saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have to wait until like the week before, or maybe like 2 weeks before." I mean, I was calling for 75,000 before the halving. We're almost there. We're like what, a few $1,000s away from 70K, and about 10,000 away from 75. If we have a similar pump from last month, I mean, we're talking about $20,000 Bitcoin price on top of where we're at now. BlackRock just purchased, just accumulated about $1 billion worth yesterday. It was like absurd. It was like it was 14 times the amount the miners. It was 1,400 Bitcoin in one day. One day. I mean, we just keep getting higher and higher and higher, breaking more and more numbers, more and more records. You can't overlook this. It's disgusting. Oh yeah, it is disgusting. We did fall down a little bit on the top assets. Remember, we did pass the entire market cap of silver last week. So watch out, that's coming through again. And then who knows? Maybe we'll be maybe by next week we'll be overtaking Google. That would be awesome. Incredible. Alrighty, so let's take a look at the Bitcoin treasuries and who's accumulating what. And I'm curious where Fidelity's at right now, because we just covered BlackRock. BlackRock is up to, every time I look at these numbers, it's ridiculous. 112,000 Bitcoin. 113,000 Bitcoin for Fidelity. 183. Oh man, I was just saying this yesterday. BlackRock's probably gonna be 200,000 this week, overpassing Michael Saylor. Especially if they're gobbling up this much every single day. That's that amount we were talking about today. Yesterday's inflows, 12,600 Bitcoin. Are you kidding me? Oh, absolutely crazy. Crazy. You can't make this stuff up. This time really is different. Say whatever you want. This is totally different. The accumulation is just, we've never seen anything like this ever in Bitcoin's entire history. Where we even that in general, we just never seen Bitcoin ever top the or touch the all-time high before halving. So this time really is different with just saying that alone. That's all you got to say. Oh, another Bitcoin rant. That's what I do. This is what I do. You got to rant and rave when it comes to Bitcoin. What else we got? Try not to lose my mouse. There's so much going on my screen. If you haven't yet, and you want to, the Bitcoin conference is going to be in Nashville this year. So sign up. It's going to be July 25th to 27th. Get your tickets. Because this year, I can tell you that the Bitcoin conference in 2021 was insane. The ones following in the bear market were not as crazy. So yeah, this year is going to be a big year for Bitcoin, and it's going to definitely show in Nashville 2024. All right. Yeah, this is what we were just talking about. The BlackRock ETF added a record 12.6 thousand Bitcoin in Tuesday's carnage. What? 12.6 thousand. It just sounds crazy when it rolls off the tongue. Every time. Bitcoin record high wouldn't have happened without the ETFs. Exactly why this time is different. Tokenization of real world assets is coming. Yes, that was Larry Fink's plan from the get-go. He had an entire meeting about that at the World Investors Conference 2023. That's when he came out in a big way with his full support for Bitcoin. He did not say Bitcoin specifically because at the time he had filed for the Bitcoin ETFs. But yeah, Larry Fink, if you haven't seen, I really should keep some of these clips around too, because this is really very important. That's what he said, his quote.
You now make a point of that's an investment criteria for you.
Well, behaviors are going to have to change, and this is one thing we're asking companies. You have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock we are forcing behaviors.
That's right. BlackRock is forcing their hand on this crypto market. Just a little touch on that. There's a whole bunch of clips and videos out there if you haven't seen it. It's old news. Obviously, they're leading the race now. But yeah, I mean, we've covered it so many times before how Larry Fink's been just nothing but a naysayer for years in this space, and yeah, now it's come back full circle. Yeah, BlackRock was, saying stuff like, "Oh yeah, Bitcoin. None of our clients are looking at Bitcoin. No. And yeah, Larry Fink completely flipped, and then they called him out right after the ETF launch.
Very, very long time.
Yeah, I probably switched. For the first 3 years of thinking about it, I was a naysayer, and about 2 years ago, I switched, and I'm actually, as I said in the last 2 years, I'm a big believer.
Are you a believer personally? Meaning, is the Fink?
It's no different than what gold represented over thousands of years.
Yeah. For 3 years, you have to ask.
Why are you stupid?
Oh, damn it. Ah, I had this on mute. Oh, man. That's the first time in a long time. But yeah, sucks. I'm just talking to myself. Yeah, I have a wallet video coming out soon. I'm meeting up with a friend tonight, hopefully, to go over that. But yeah, this is the important thing, right? Larry Fink, right? Larry Fink. He's got your Bitcoin and he's getting Bitcoin for nothing, right? That famous song by the Dire Straits, money for nothing, right? And the Bitcoin is free. That's how that song goes in Larry Fink's mind, because yeah, he's essentially using you to accumulate Bitcoin if you're purchasing the IBIT ETFs. So don't be fooled. Please get your money off the exchanges, put it in your own custody. It only takes an afternoon, an evening to set up a hardware wallet, and you could be out of you know, the control of big corporations and the government. So the government. Anyway, don't be stupid.
Stupid?
Get your money off the exchanges. Okay, so Bitcoin. Where are we at? Looks like we are coming up a little bit. We're creating new, maybe making a little bit of a cup and handle here. Let's see how far this goes up. If we get higher than 67 and break through that again, it'll be the sixth time today we will pass 67,000. Hopefully this will be the night we make history. Make history tonight. That would be awesome. Anywho, yeah. I was saying earlier when I was muted that my dog was going crazy because there's probably someone at my door. I'm probably gonna have to make this a short stream tonight. Bitcoin news. What else we got going on? Oh God. There's a new meme coin in town. Solana Network. Bowden token. Nodding to Joe Biden sees major uptick after Trump rally coin. I just can't anymore of these meme coins. It was fun when there was nothing else going on in the market. Now I don't. I just want to play it safe. Remember, you don't want to fuck this up. You don't want to fuck this up. It's this simple right now. Buy Bitcoin, hold Bitcoin, hodl. That's it. That's all you got to do for like the next 2 years. We had Fred Krueger interviewed today. He was saying I was Simply Bitcoin. Shout out to Simply Bitcoin. They had him interviewed today. I caught that before on my lunch shift. They interviewed him, and he said that he said it pretty clearly. You got to pretty much do nothing, do absolutely nothing for the next 2 to 5 years, and you will be handsomely rewarded. I mean, this is going to be the cycle of all cycles, whether we have a super cycle or not. Believe in the super cycle. It's just going to be rallying anyway. I mean, full send to 1 million. Like I said the other day, and I keep saying it over and over again, these ETFs are creating a shelf in this market. Shelf. We don't have these big dips anymore. This right here, if this would have happened yesterday when we reached the all-time highs, we would have went down to like probably 45,000, maybe at least 50. After we touched the all-time high and we had a huge sell-off from all the sellers, no one's selling. No one is selling. You'd be, I mean, if you're selling right now.
You're an idiot, aren't you? Huh?
I keep going back to Asuka because she just says it perfectly every time. And I do have some news on that too. If you're a big fan of Evangelion like I am, I did have a talk with, had a little chat with Asuka's voice actor, and got something coming. So I'm really stoked on that. I'm really excited, and I'm really excited to keep using her influence to kind of shake these traders out, because you really shouldn't be trading Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a hold wealth asset, right? It is the best incentive for Bitcoin is to hold, to hodl, and maintain your wealth, right? You want to keep your wealth. You want to keep yourself wealthy, and the best way to do that is Bitcoin. After all that we just went over the DXY, it's dumping again. They have to print money all year for this election, all year, and then who knows? Maybe another main event will occur in the space, as the crypto teacher mentions. If you, I got a lot of shout outs tonight. Shout out, you know what? I'm just gonna dive a little bit. Oh no, I just spilled some my drink on my keyboard. But yeah, I gotta do some shout outs to some of my favorite crypto influencers out there. I'm gonna do a couple tonight. Let's do the crypto teacher. If you haven't checked him out, he's one of my favorites. I've been watching him for years. He's kind of harder to find in the space because here we go. There's his channel, the crypto teacher.
Today in celebration of...
And look at Michael Saylor yet again. We have these fake videos. Oh, it's terrible. I quit. These fake videos. Oh, I'm gonna put on this code to scan the code on Michael Saylor. Believe on Michael Saylor, and I'm gonna tell you, if you scan the code right now, we're gonna send you 10,000 Ethereum and 5,000 Bitcoins. No, it's not real. Don't click on these. These ads. Completely ignore these ads if they pop up for you. Don't fall for the scams. Again, they are out like mad right now with AI generated videos, okay, to get you to fall for these scams and give away all your coins, all your assets. And when that happens, you are not gonna be in a good place. I'll tell you that. Yeah. So don't click on that. So, Crypto Teacher. If you're not familiar with the Crypto Teacher, I'm just going to go quick little shout out to him. He is a conspiracy theorist in space, and yeah, he puts out a lot of informational videos, a lot of regurgitated information, but very good regurgitated information. Okay, so don't bat an eye if you see his videos. They're not just little money grabs, you know. He puts in the work. He does extend his videos out with some repeated information, but you know what? I mean, we were just talking about this video here, actually. This little clip on Larry Fink. Right?
The whole way we invest, many people still use it as a means while people are investing it for.
So if you have some time, check him out. I really enjoy it. He has a lot of really good information. Usually meat and potatoes with his videos in the beginning, and the center. Sometimes he has some new video footage out in the front and towards the end. So again, shout out to the Crypto Teacher. Yeah, just good listening material if you got a lunch break or something. You just want to kill time and follow up what's going on. He puts out usually about 2 or 3 videos a day. And then we were talking about Simply Bitcoin, right? That's who I was calling out through their interview with Fred Krueger today. It was right here. So this is the interview that I was referring to. Yeah, awesome guys over there. These are the guys that actually inspired me the most to get out there. I haven't been watching them for the longest time. I think about a year. A lot of the other guys have been kind of catching up on, like George and everyone else, like for years now. But Simply Bitcoin, it was just one day they said, don't, if you're an influencer, if you want to be, don't be afraid. They said, calling out to hope in the market. You can always bring something new to the table, and Bitcoin needs more adopters, right? And that's when I was inspired to get out there with a little bit of a different flair to hopefully get a different demographic to jump and fall into the Bitcoin way, right? So shout out to them at Simply Bitcoin as well. Those two, I'm gonna probably call it at that. And in the future, I plan on making a video, and I said this before, I gotta get on it. Maybe this weekend I'll make a video where I'm just gonna kind of go through my top 10 favorite crypto influencers over the last 3 years. And I think that'd be fun. Those two are definitely up there on my list. Maybe I'll do a top 100 too. I don't know. I got a lot of. I basically lived the entire last bear market on YouTube. So I listened 24/7. It was a full-time job for me. As soon as I got off work, while I was at work, got a earbud, listening to the news all day, following the trends, making trades. I tried a little bit of everything. And that's what you got to do. You got to do the time. You got to put in the time. You got to do the research, and you got to stay up to date. I can tell you, every single time I get in my car, I have a center console with video playback, so I can watch YouTube videos on, and so I'll listen to that while I'm driving. If I'm waiting for someone to show up, at a dinner meeting or something, or whatever, just fill that gap with what's currently going on in the news, right? So like and subscribe here, but also like and subscribe to your favorite influencer, and stay up to date, because this is all time sensitive material. You need to stay up to date. You need to constantly be listening in and following the news, because the moment you don't, and there's something big, you could miss out. You could miss out on a huge pump, a huge dump, manipulation, government spending pulling back, world economy, just all these big things matter in our space. They all do, because you kind of have to think like a venture capitalist, right? Bitcoin's moving into different territories. Crypto's getting adoption, regulated in certain countries, yada yada. Coins local to that country are now going to be pumping up. And just kind of place your bets. Get in and out when you can, and do your due diligence, and yeah, just get out there and learn. That's what I have to say. I really encourage people to learn. It does not, anytime you can, it does not hurt. So, yep, I just thought I'd bring that up. How your bags doing? How your bags doing? Mine are actually kind of still holding up. A little bit of a pullback. I'd say about 5 or 10% overall. Yeah, other than that, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty hopeful for the future. And yeah. Gatsby's kind of having a little bit of a dump today. We just touched down at less than 2 cents. Look at that. Ooh. Yesterday's sell-off down to 1.5. Yikes. Thank God I didn't look at my bags then. That's probably Japan. The end of Japan. No, that was 3 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday. I must have missed that. We shot right back up after, though. We touched that. Again, Jasmine has a not as big as a market cap as the rest of these tokens, so volatility is definitely going to be much more higher than the Bitcoin at this stage, which is kind of weird because, like, you think about Bitcoin used to have this volatility, and now it's like, oh, that's a thing in the past. Bitcoin's going to get another 13,000 coins bought by BlackRock tomorrow. What does it matter? That's basically how it feels with Bitcoin now. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Anywho, Bitcoin. Oh man, my keyboard is covered in soda. We'll check X, and then I'm probably gonna have to pop off and clean my keyboard and get ready for my helping my buddy out set up a wallet. Again, if you haven't set up a wallet yet, please do so. The most important thing you can do with your assets right now is holding self-custody. Ooh, Soloway's being interviewed. Ooh. They call him stupid?
Today down to 59, now we're back to 50 to 63. But I mean, if you let's just say we get your run-of-the-mill 3 to 4% pullback in the stock market, easily that could pull us back on Bitcoin. And people have to realize also that the inflows into ETFs are something that's great. It pushes extra Bitcoin upside. But it also, like, if people got in and all of a sudden they saw this volatility today and they're like, wait a minute, I didn't realize Bitcoin could move 14% in a day. I got to sell my ETF. They have to now, the ETFs then have to.
I don't see the ETF selling. I think Paul Barron. I just shouted out another person. Paul Barron said today. I listen to all the guys in the space. Paul Barron had a good point today, and he actually showed some metrics, or at least he had data on it. I don't think he actually showed it, but basically saying that the ETFs are not selling off. They're hodling. They're hodling. And he made the point that Wall Street is used to this. He just said that they're not. Yeah, they don't have those big of a swings. Not as big of a swings. But I think they know what they're getting into. I think Gareth Soloway is just... He is just so excited that there's volatility now. He wants to get in and get in and get in and get in and get in. But the problem is, he keeps getting at the... He's fighting the trends. Don't worry. If you're going to do this, don't be short in Bitcoin anymore. Let's see what else he says in this.
Sell Bitcoin. So it works both ways. And any sort of drawdown in the stock market will have a short-term impact on Bitcoin. Maybe not a long-term, but short-term impact.
You don't think that people going into Bitcoin, even via an ETF, are aware that this is a very volatile asset? I mean, I would think that they've already calculated in their mind that this asset moves like no other.
I just said that!
And should be used to the stomach churning of 14% in a day.
I think the investor that's buying in at 65 to 69,000 like today is thinking, holy cow, I'm going to make so much money. Tomorrow it'll be 75, then it'll be 90. They're not thinking about the downside. It's when they see that red in their portfolio that they start to say, oh crap, this goes both ways. But I'm telling you, investors, and I've dealt with them for 25 years now, everyone goes into a trade thinking, I'm going to become a millionaire. This is going to be the easiest trade of my life. And then, oops, not so easy.
You know what's really easy? Holding. Holding's really easy. If you can sustain, I tell you what I do on red days. Again, I've been holding for 3 years now. Just 3 years. All right. On red days, I don't look at my phone. I don't touch it. I put that thing away. Maybe I stop listening to the news for a day or two or a week. There were dark times in the previous bull market. I mean, in the previous bear market, where we were down we were down to 16K, man. I was terrified, but also I was buying the dip. Buying the dip. Did you buy any of this dip back here? I did. I did. I bought on our way down and the way back up. I bought another $100. I had to. Let me show you something real quick. I can confirm with you the current. I actually just posted this before I jumped on my crypto journal. Look, I document pretty much everything I do in this space. My crypto journal. Look at this. This is my current bank account right now. 0 in savings and $1 in my checking. I've been living on the Bitcoin standard now for a year and a half, 100%. 0 in my bank account except for paying my bills. Yeah, about a year and a half. And the last 3 years, just purchasing what I need, and keeping a minimum of $1,000 all times. That's how I used to do all my banking, all my bill, But now I don't do that, and I haven't had anything in my savings since the last bull run. I found out pretty quick that this was going to be an investment of a lifetime. So, Gareth, I mean, when it comes to being a Bitcoiner, you're still not a Bitcoiner. You're still a trader, and you probably always will be a trader. Because I'm sure you made plenty of money, but yeah. Oh my god. I've been short Bitcoin since 41K. I see it going down to 35 in May. Oh god. Oh no. Yeah, everyone's kind of calling out Gareth Soloway today. Oh no, it just keeps going, man. You can't make this stuff up. Gareth Soloway is convinced the Bitcoin bubble just popped at 69K. I thought traders were supposed to trade without emotion. He shorted Bitcoin at 35, 48, 56, 60. Show more. And he's still shorting Bitcoin at 69,000 and refuses to admit he's wrong. If you're new here, please do not trade your Bitcoin. Do not hold Bitcoin on the exchange. Do not listen to the self-proclaimed master traders. Exactly. Exactly. Ah! Don't do it.
What are you, stupid?
Don't do it. Come on, Gareth. That looks like a fun interview to watch, though. The whole
Higher
thing is
in,
probably
higher.
entertaining with him just losing his shorts. Damn, they are just throwing it at him. Wrecked. I'd imagine what he's doing. It's just insane. What's going on with Michael Saylor here?
All your models are destroyed, completely devastated. Bitcoin goes to the moon. All your models are destroyed, completely devastated. Bitcoin goes to the moon.
Yep. Bitcoin goes to the moon. And again, we are broken. We are a broken chart now. We have no data to go after. There's nothing higher than this point. Ever. That means no points of consolidation to map. No resistance highs. No supports. There is nothing after 69. Once we break 69, that will be the new support, and that will be it. That is all the data we will have at that point. But that just, it's gonna hit you. It's gonna hit you fast. And once we break through that All the sellers and traders are bopping around at 68, 69, 68, 69. It's going to be like there for maybe a whole entire day. And then BlackRock's just going to make one giant dump in purchase. Bitcoin 100, right? As we know, that's Qatar now. All it takes is Qatar to throw another. Some of their purchases have been like 1,000 a day. Crazy. Speaking of which, I wonder if they are now listed on the Bitcoin treasuries as a country or a nation. Let's check that real quick. Get up to date. So we have UK, Ukraine. I don't think we're acknowledging Qatar yet. There's like El Salvador, Bhutan, Venezuela, Finland, and Georgia. Oh, man, I gotta get some more of these countries involved, man. That is Samson Mao's job. If you're not familiar with Samson Mao, I talk about him frequently. He is awesome. He is also an otaku, I believe, as well, because I've seen some Macross stuff in his bedroom or in his living room or wherever he does his interviews. Samson Mao. This guy. He's the one who's orchestrated and helped El Salvador with their Bitcoin Trust Fund, and also many countries to get involved in the Bitcoin environment. So yeah, he's an amazing guy. I wonder if I can pull up his wiki. He's got to have a wiki page. Kind of do a deep dive real quick on him, because he's an awesome guy. You know what? I do not see him. Huh. He has to have a wiki. No? He's listed under association. Wait. Here we go. Oh, where's a quick summary? I don't know where it's from. Cointelegraph and all the other news outlets. But yeah, Samson Mao is a Canadian-Chinese video game developer, CEO, and founder of Pixelmatic, a game development company. He has a Bachelor in Business Administration from Simon Fraser University. Mao worked in Relic Entertainment, where he was in charge of game balance for Company of Heroes and Dawn of War. He later worked as a COO in Bitcoin China, BTC China, and Director of Production for Ubisoft Entertainment. Mao is a Bitcoin expert and is often invited to various blockchain gatherings, events, and conferences. He also is a popular author for various financial and cryptocurrency-related magazines. Mao is currently serving as a Chief Strategy Officer at Blockstream. That's the leading provider of blockchain technologies. It's awesome. Awesome. But yeah, he's a force to behold, and he's commonly said that Bitcoin is on its path to $1 million, and he personally believes Bitcoin could hit $1 million. Oh yeah, right there. $1 million this year. Not next year. Not in 2026. Not in 2028. Not in 2030. This year. All right. And he is at the forefront of setting up these large economies with Bitcoin on their balance sheets. So, if there's anyone out there who can kind of see where we're headed in a clear way, these ETFs, these countries getting in, more ETFs every day, more adoption. I mean, we still haven't got retail in. Where are we at with Google Trends? I'll take a look at this, and then I'm probably gonna get off for the day. I keep knocking my drink over. I got a mess to clean up. Let's see. Google Trends, right? Yeah, Google Trends. Are we back on there? I mean, people just want to see price go up. It's more about price go up. It's about price stay up, right? You gotta buy when it's low. I digress. All the sheep will get in when it's too late. But you don't have to be late. You can buy now. You can buy now. Alrighty. Looks like we've kind of settled down. Let's see, the past 7 days, where are we at today? Yeah, we're kind of, we had some spike in news this afternoon. Let's look after the last 30 days. February 28th is still our pinnacle or peak. What about the last 12 months? January 7th, right around the ETF launch. In the last year. Let's do the last 5 years again. And yeah, we are still like pretty much the same place we were yesterday. Right around the beginning of the halving of the last cycle. In terms of Google search trends. Gotta wake up. You gotta see what's coming. Or it's gonna be all gone before you know it. As Bitcoin tests 66,000 and holds steady. As China moves towards their afternoon, I believe. Oh, time in China. Oh, brave. Oh, brave. Time in China. 10:35 a.m. So, yeah, I got about a couple hours until the volume starts picking up over in the overseas markets. All right, well, today was kind of a late stream. I'm glad I came back on and did it, though. There's a lot of fun happening in the space. And if you are playing around with some of these dog coins, again, I heed my warning. You don't want to be on the other side of this when it falls. We are up huge right now, right? We're at 300% since the beginning of last month. No, we're up 140% on the month. So, again, you have to look at this as a risk versus reward, right? You want to get into Doge right now? We just had this giant pump. When was the last time I mean, yeah, that's probably all it's really done in a long time, really. Just be careful. Be safe. Say Dogecoin gets up to, a dollar is so up there, though. How much liquidity? Let's take a look at that real quick. Before I go, let's look at Coin Perspective. If you go to Coin Perspective, it's a great tool. I recommend it to anyone who wants to try to do a little bit of deep dive and research. This is a perfect example to use it, right? Doge just had a huge pump, right? Huge pump on the month, 140%. It looks like it's consolidating right now. This is actually kind of a bullish pattern. So it looks like it's a dog coin. I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your money. But it has a market cap. Let's see. Market. Show me the coins. There's Doge. That's 16 cents. Doge has a market cap of $22 billion, right? And if your target price for Doge, because that's what the current price is right now, if your target price for Doge is $1, Doge would have to go up 529% with a market cap of $143 billion. $143 billion. It's $120 billion more than we're at now. And again, this token is made just to pump and dump, right? So as we go up, we're going to see large dumps, large dumps, large dumps. It's an altcoin, an S coin, if you will. And if we ever do get up that high, then pretty short-lived, it's going to dump probably around, realistically, $1 is a psychological number, so it'll probably be like 87 to 93 cents, and then boom, flash crash down to, who knows, it could go all the way down to 40 50 cents from that point. That would be my quick, just seeing how the markets moved in the last 3 years. That's kind of my experience with stuff like this. So just keep that in mind. We'd have to go up a lot more in market cap to get to those levels. Can it do it? Yeah, I think it could, especially with all the money getting thrown in and everyone looks at the face value of Bitcoin. Remember, you don't have to buy one whole Bitcoin. You don't. You could buy just $10 a Bitcoin, $20 a Bitcoin. It may not seem like much right now, but as my buddy just found out, last year he put $100 in. That 100's now 500. So, and who knows when he threw that in? He was probably threw that in around 35,000. That'd be my guess. Right now we're at. You know, he had a DCA along the way. I don't know. Not sure how he got to that number, but it's working out for him. He sees it, and he's coming over tonight to set up his wallet, and I will have a video out soon. So, exciting things are happening, and yeah, we've only gotten this entire market started. We've had one pullback, two. I take that back. We've had about two pullbacks, one from the ETF launch, and then now. Don't be bearish. Don't flood yourself out. You don't hodl. Diamond hands, right? Diamond hands. We got this. So keep DCAing, doing what you're doing. You're doing good, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Otaku out. Later.